What are you standing on? Thought you were very tall.
It's a pleasure.
His hand.
What I'd like to know
Neil
is
Mahan.
Brian Bendis is writing Ultimate Spider-Man.
Oh, what?
Brian Bendis
Yes.
is writing Ultimate Spider-Man. He's done a lot of creative changes and what have you. What do you think of the current situation with Spider-Man, changing identity, killing off Peter Parker, but his morals still be with great power comes great responsibility?
I can't really comment too much about it because I don't read the books now, which is a terrible thing to say, but I don't have time. But what happens is they have to make changes with the characters, because if you think of, and Brian Bendis, by the way, is a great writer and a friend of mine. If you think about it, Spider-Man and most of the characters started in the early 1960s. It's now 2000 and something, I'm not good at math, but it's been a long time. You can't keep having the same type of stories over and over, because as wonderful as you people are, even you would start getting bored with them. So the editors, they suffer. They stay up nights. The reason most of them are bald-headed, tearing their hair, trying to think, what can we do that's new? Maybe we'll publish a story where Spider-Man starts being a villain and we'll let that run for a while. Or maybe we'll kill him and have somebody take his place, and then a year later it'll determine he wasn't really dead. Or, I mean, they desperately try to find new things they can do to make you keep reading the book, because they're greedy and selfish and want every dollar they can possibly make. And that's about it. And right over there, yeah.
Oh, so close.
I know, so.
Hiya.
Yes, madam.
I was wondering if I could ask you, when you do your cameos in lots of Marvel movies, we all spend the whole time waiting to find out where you are, more than watching the film itself. Do you get to pick the cameos you're in?
I would like it, for those of you who didn't hear that really interesting question, do I get to pick the cameos that I'm in? I would love to say yes. I would love to say I have a tremendous amount of authority over these movie people. But the way it really happens, the phone rings one day, and it's the director of one of the movies. Hey Stanley, you're free today? Come down to the studio, we're ready for your cameo. I never know what it'll be. And I get down to the studio, and I have to go, the first thing I have to do is go to wardrobe. Now let's say I'm dressed like this when I go to the studio. The wardrobe woman will say, well, we gotta get rid of all your clothes. I say, okay. And then she gives me a black sweater, a pair of pants, a pair of sneakers like that, and a white shirt. And I say, well, this is what I was wearing when I came in. I know, but you have to wear our clothes. So it's kind of funny. And then I go to makeup, where they try to make me look like Brad Pitt, which of course is easy because I resemble him anyway. And I say, why are you making me up? I'm not playing a leading man. And I'm a truck driver, it doesn't matter. The last one, I still kept the cap. If you saw the one from Thor where I drove a truck,
Yeah, that was quality.
I still have the cap, I have it on my truck. And I never, to answer your question, not only do I not figure out what my cameo will be, I never know what it'll be until I get there. But I can tell you that the cameos that I have in the new Spider-Man and Avengers are very funny, and I think you'll get a kick out of them. Yes, over here.
What was your first character that you created?
The first character I created? The first character I created, I don't remember what he was. I don't remember why I gave him that name, but I called him the Destroyer. And that was in about 1940 or so. I have no idea anymore who he was or what, but I was good at names. So you got to admit that was a good name. Let's take a sit right over there.
I'm named Darren. What has been your favourite story to write over the years?
My favorite story over the years? Wow. I think, there's so many of them. I like the Silvers. I love the way a lot of kids in college, when I used to lecture at colleges, they say, Stan, tell us about the Galactus trilogy. And it sounded so important, the Galactus trilogy. Those 3 stories where we introduced Galactus and the Silver Surfer. So I think those might be my favorites because the college kids liked them a lot. And I felt so flattered in those days that college kids were reading them. I gotta tell you something, I hate standing with the mic and having to pick people because it doesn't matter who I pick. I know the rest of you are saying, why the hell didn't he pick me? So what I want to do, you pick the people. I don't want to get anybody mad at me.
Come on.
You tell me who you want to.
The tenor.
Never mind the money. It's fine.
But I start with, like I told you at the beginning, women and kids are my weakness, so.
All right, right
Oh.
over here. No, not you, this kid.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a bully.
I'm a big
You're
kid.
trying to push your way in.
Not on Stan's watch.
Go ahead.
Out of all the camera scenes you've had in all the Marvel films, which one would be your favourite?
Oh.
Which is my favorite of the Marvel films?
Yeah.
Golly, I think I liked them all, but I think maybe because I remember it better, because I have a bad memory, and this was newer. I think the Iron Man film, the
Yeah.
first
Yeah,
one.
that was cool.
I got a
Yeah.
big kick out of that one.
He was funny.
And
Yeah.
I think the public did too. It was a big hit. Now we'll go to you. I know you were frustrated, you were angry as hell, and I don't need any more enemies than I have. Okay.
Pleased to meet you, I'm Richard Barr. I've forgotten what I wanted to ask now. No, I haven't. If you weren't in the comic book world, what do you think you'd have done instead? What interest do you have outside of comic books?
Everything. I would like to be everything. Obviously, I can't be Prime Minister of England, so let's that out. Although, I'm still waiting to get a Sir title, but they're so neglectful. But I think I'd like to be an actor.
Yeah.
I enjoy the cameos, and I enjoy being at the studios. So I think, yeah, if I had my choice, it's fun. It's like not work. I mean, they tell you what to say, the director tells you where to be, and what to do. You don't have to think. You just do what they tell you. Pick somebody.
Okay, right there.
Oh, you're partial to kids. You're a sweet guy. The grown-ups hate you.
Yeah.
Hi there.
If you were to make a new superhero, what superpowers would you have?
If I made a new character, what character would I have?
Yeah, and what superpowers?
And what superpowers?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That's an easy.
Well, first of all, I don't think I can answer that because every one of you would go running to beat me too. I'll be honest with you, I don't know what superpower. I'd have to sit and think about it because I haven't made up too many new characters. I made up one new one, it's not a Marvel character. There's a famous rock and roll singer in Asia named Yoshiki, and he's coming to America, and he's probably been to England. So he wanted me to make something up for him, and I made up something called the Blood Red Dragon. Or is it the Red Blood Dragon? Blood Red Dragon. And I'm not sure, I can't remember what it is, but I think it's very good. And other than that, I never know what I'm going to come up with until I sit down to think of it, and I haven't been thinking of it lately. Find somebody.
Guy in the Hulk shirt.
Yes. Capture this like you'll have to depend upon it.
Ooh.
It's Vincent
Oh,
Stan.
hi there.
Hi. Which comic book character means the most to you?
Oh, they all do. All of them mean the most to me. But I'm a little bit partial to the Silver Surfer, because the poor guy flies around naked all the time. It must be cold up there. Get me something.
The young lady right there.
Oh, yeah, I like young ladies.
We can be friends on Facebook.
Yes.
Forever.
Speaking of cameos, what do you think of Chuck Lorre and the Big Bang Theory and how he's kind of made you a central part of the show?
Oh, well, those of you who saw my show, I can't wait for them to invite me back again. That was more fun, and those guys were great. And you know, when you hear that show, and they say a funny line, and everybody laughs, a lot of people think that they have a laugh track that they play. But it's the cast themselves that are laughing. They find it so funny that they're laughing while it's going on. I love doing it. I got a lot of calls from people though, because if those of you who saw the show, a couple of fans come to the door, they want to come in and see me unexpectedly, and I get pretty annoyed that they're intruding, and I call the cops eventually, or I ask my wife to. And I got a lot of fan mail saying, That's a hell of a way to treat your fans. And I wanted to write back, it was a movie. But anyway, it was fun doing it. Go.
Hello, Stan.
Marshall
it's an
the
honor.
kids. Yes, sir.
Hello, Stan. It's an honor. Which is your favorite supervillain from all of the companies?
What about all the companies?
From all of the companies.
Who's your favorite super villain?
Who's my favorite?
Supervillain.
My favorite of all the companies? Well, you're going to be very surprised at this answer. Marvel!
Yes!
The guy in the back.
Yes. The guy in the back. Who's the guy in the back? Here's the guy in the back.
Who's the greatest artist you've ever worked with?
The greatest artist? Well, now that's a difficult question. Because I have worked with some truly great artists. Of all the artists I've worked with, as an artist, John Buscema is the greatest artist. He's the closest thing to Michelangelo, the way he drew. I mean, no artist in the business that I know of could draw like John Buscema. But the best storyteller for comics was Jack Kirby, I think. And because there's a difference between a comic book storyteller and an artist. And, but I'm lucky, I've worked with so many fine artists that I almost feel guilty mentioning any one. So many of them are great. Go!
Good to see you again, Stan. What would you like to drink from the bar?
Yeah, perfect question.
Well, when the time comes, I might be tempted to have a screwdriver, but I can wait another few minutes.
No. One screwdriver from Mr. Lee.
Oh, right there.
Are you going to get funny answers after that? Where am I going?
The guy right here.
Guy right here. You're the guy right here. You'll always be known as the guy right here.
Do you have any regrets?
Any what?
Regrets.
Any widget? Regrets. Oh, any regrets? Yeah, I regret that he called this meeting because I kept watching television. No, not really. No, it's been an exciting life and a lot of frustrations, but a lot of good things. And why should I have more regrets than anybody else? No.
Definitely.
Keeping it forever.
Okay. You're very good at this, by the way. Hi.
stay gone for whatever reason?
Do I wish what?
If any of the characters that have died have come back, is there anyone you wish